Welcome. Thanks. This is Monty, owner of DPLSurve Equipment. How you guys doing? We appreciate the resounding round of applause, definitely. And hope you guys had a nice 4th of July where you got a chance to maybe view some fireworks, either up close and personal or from a safe vantage point. We had a pretty neat show in Camarillo. We did something different this year. We were just going down the freeway, and we were able to see from a distance one of the local high schools doing their display of the fireworks. And we just pulled over to the side of the freeway, and we got a chance to see a lot of fireworks. A pretty good show for 30 minutes. And it was something to see, definitely. And we weren't out alone. There was like a bunch of cars pulling over to the side. In Camarillo, California, where I live, it's not a big town. It's only 68,000, so it wasn't a major thing to see or have a bunch of cars on the side of the freeway looking at this fireworks show. So it was pretty cool. Anyway, we're here today talking about a particular situation with another government agency. Before we get into that, though, I just want to let you know I run a full-service surveillance and security company, me and Carolyn Aranda. We have lifetime guarantees and warranties in all the products. 24/7, 365 tech sales and customer support. We have the largest video library, bar none. Look at the video library. Check out the demonstration videos. Check out the articles directory where you can learn about all sorts of things: electronic harassment, targeted individuals, spy phones, cell phone detectors. Find out whether or not cell phone blockers and jammers are legal or not. Find out whether or not you're a targeted individual or not. All sorts of educational information. If I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I'm trying to wipe my car down. I'm kind of old-fashioned. I believe in doing things myself, a lot of things myself, as compared to running to somebody else every time I need something done. Besides, it's kind of relaxing when I wipe my car down, get a chance to think and reflect on what I'm doing, where I'm going, all that stuff. So, kind of interesting, I think. So what else? We have a lot of anti-terrorist products: narcotics detectors, X-ray baggage scanners, explosive detectors. You can go to the website and check them out for yourself and see if you are responsible for purchasing anti-terrorist equipment. You may want to give us a call. We'll take a look at working with you. And we just started renting out X-ray baggage scanners. We've been renting out walk-through metal detectors for a long time, but we've included X-ray baggage scanners to our rental inventory as well. So get your X-ray baggage scanners, walk-through metal detectors, which include a handheld wand for up and close scanning, if you will. Up close and personal. We want to make sure nobody's getting away with bringing contraband into the airport, into the federal building, into the courthouse, or whatever it may be. Let's see what else I'm going to cover real quick. If you want to rent or layaway, just give us a call. You can rent or layaway your favorite surveillance and security products, counter surveillance products as well. That includes your bug detectors, GPS trackers, and such as well. So give us a call if you're concerned about that too, those things as well. 888-344-3742, 888-344-3742. Now, this particular session is all about the California Franchise Tax Board. If I remember correctly, you guys can correct me in the comments or something when you get a chance. But it looks like the Franchise Tax Board has various agencies in each particular state. We are working with the California Franchise Tax Board because I'm in California, of course. So we're working with the California Franchise Tax Board, and anyway, lo and behold, I get this letter indicating that I owe taxes for 2014, right? And I'm like, okay, I must have forgot about that one. I don't know how that happened, because usually I'm pretty responsible when it comes to paying my taxes and fees and everything. So I'm thinking, okay, I don't know how I missed it, but let me check and see what's going on. So anyway, I check on their website, right? Something tells me to go to their website, because I usually go there to make my payments and to verify what has been paid also. So anyway, I go to their website and I see the years 2009 through 2014 listed under my account, and they also show that there's no balances. There's nothing owed. Everything is zero. They have a column also where they list notifications. I guess if they send you a notification and you haven't answered, or the franchise tax board just wants to let you know that they sent out something. When it was sent out, what was sent out, I imagine they're going to list that too. So anyway, there was nothing there. No notifications, zero balances, etc., etc. For all of those years, 2009 through 2017. So anyway, I'm kind of confused, and I'm wondering, why am I looking at a letter that says I'm going to be charged with surcharges, fees, penalties, possible jail time, hanging, everything imaginable, because I didn't pay the LLC fees, right, in 2014, which is kind of interesting, considering that if it took those guys 3 or 4 years to figure out that I owed money, now we have a major problem, because not only are they not doing us any favors as far as government, public servants, that they're also dragging their feet. We're paying people to sit around on their asses with their fingers up their asses trying to get paid for doing nothing, right? Why should anybody have outstanding money that they owe the government and not have someone within the government taking a look at that, right? So that doesn't fit well with me either, thinking that they're not even looking at these accounts to see who owes what. If I did miss a payment, if you missed a payment, maybe it was by accident, right? So we don't need to treat you like a criminal. We need to let you know in a timely manner that our technology and everything that we're paying for as citizens, taxpayers, is flagging these accounts, sending out notices, making sure that you understand and we understand that there's money owed. Anyway, in my case, their own website, as I mentioned, shows that there was zero balances, no notifications sent out. Everything looks good, right? So I took a picture of that. I took a screenshot of that. I submitted that to the Franchise Tax Board of California, waiting for a response. But in the meantime, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe this was not an accident. Maybe I need to let you guys know that if this is a nationwide issue with this government agency, maybe they're collecting monies that they're not entitled to. Okay? Because these letters can be very intimidating. So what if you get 2-3% of the people of the entire nation just blindly writing checks because they're intimidated, they're afraid, they don't want to be thrown in jail, they don't want to be hung from the gallows, they don't want to be whipped in a public square or something, or, flogged 99 times with a cat of nine tails or whatever, So they just send in the money, right? Taxpayers sometimes just send in the money because they're intimidated and they're fear for their lives. So I'm just wondering whether or not this is not an accident, okay? Because I also looked at my check register. I use Quicken. And my Quicken check register, made by Intuit, I think, my Quicken register indicates that there's 4 payments of $200. And I'm not a mathematician, but if I multiply 200 by 4, it looks like I get $800. So in 2014, I got a payment coming out of my check register for $800 between April and May of 2014. This is the same exact amount that I'm told that I owe. So now I'm really confused. Looked like the money came out of my account, but for some strange reason, it wasn't. It's not being. I'm not getting credit for it. Okay. So let me see. I'm distracted by our friend right now, just letting me know that everything worked out on her end. Anyway, the where we're going with this is, I took screenshots of that page, their page, the Franchise Tax Board, and I took a screenshot of my check register for the Quicken, showing that the payments came out, and I have reference numbers. The reference numbers are issued as evidence, just in case we need to follow up, right? So anyway, I have my reference numbers, I have the dollar amounts, I have the time frame, which all matches and corroborates the idea that I paid somebody. I got reference numbers, and it looked like it was the franchise tax, but it looked like it's the same identical amount owed. It looked like everything that I need to not have these people trying to hound me out of more money. So anyway, I'm waiting for a response from them, but I want to let you guys know that we have a problem with state governments and federal government, cities and everything. Believe it or not, the state of Maine, Illinois, and New Jersey are operating without budgets. Beaches and parks and different things are closing down, and taxpayers can't take advantage of going into the parks and the forests and the different beaches or whatever, because these idiots can't figure out how to manage the amount of money that we're giving them. And there's billions of dollars that are collected every which way, tax season, quarterly or whatever, and we're paying for this stuff, but they're closing public facilities and areas, and they're claiming that there's no money to operate, right? And at the same time, when you do send them money, and they tell you that, no, you haven't, now we have a real problem. Now we're trying to figure out what are you doing with the money that we did send you? And if somebody sends you money, and it takes you 3 or 4 years to figure out that there was a problem, then that means you need to be fired, right? Because I worked in the private industry for a long time, up until 25 years ago or something. I worked in the private sector, and there's a lot of competition for jobs, and there's competition for products, and there's competition for services. In other words, if you don't do your job in the private sector, I don't know what the government or public sector, but in the private sector, if you don't do your job, you get fired, okay? No one tolerates incompetence in the private sector. There's someone always ready, willing, and able to replace you. But in the government sector, it seems like the more retarded you are, the more stupid you are, the more incompetent you are, the further you go. So anyway, we have a major problem in the public sector. We need to start rewarding incompetent and people who are not only incompetent, but this borders on criminal, okay? When you take people's money and you don't give them acknowledgement or confirmation or credit for the money that you do give them, then you continue to waste that money in addition to asking for more money. That's criminal. In my case, this is not the first time. I published on my blog site a situation with the State Board of Equalization, and they actually told me that they sent out a field representative to what they thought was an office, but it was actually my apartment, my home where I lived. But their records showed them, as far as they're concerned, their records showed that it was a business address. So they assumed that if they just could say that they sent someone out there, audited my books somehow, got into my apartment, broke in through the window, whatever, and audited my books, they thought it was okay to say that they went out there and found out that I owed taxes. So when I got this generic letter, that I realized it was generic after they admitted it finally, when I cornered them and told them, no, you didn't come out to my apartment and audit my books, because I'm the owner, I'm the person who runs the company. I'm the person who lives there. If there was any auditing of books or records, if there was anybody letting you into my office, looking at my records or notes or anything, I would have known. I would have known, you would have known, and all that. But anyway, when I finally cornered them, they gave me a letter of apology. They told me this was a generic letter that went out to everyone. They were not actually making field visits in every situation. They were actually just sending out the letters to people, okay? And the letters indicated that there was somebody who went out there and took a look and talked to business owners, whether it happened or not. The letters indicated or made it look like this happened. But anyway, that was the State Board of Equalization. Now we have the Franchise Tax Board. So be on guard. If you get these letters from your city, state, or federal agency, tax collection agencies, I don't care if it's your LLCs, limited liability company, corporation, whatever it is, look at your records. See if you paid these morons. And get your proof, get your reference numbers or whatever, and be prepared to go social. Let's see if we can get some of these to go viral so we can make sure that these idiots are held accountable. This is a scam, just like a lot of scams we hear about. This is a scam, and we don't need these people perpetuating scams, especially government-sponsored scams. This is insane, okay? So let's see if we can nail these people to the wall. I can't wait till they contact me and try to finagle their way out of this. I know some cocksucker is going to try to tell me that their website displayed inaccurate information, and I'm supposed to ignore it. And I'm going to remind them that in the private sector, again, if you make a mistake with customers' accounts, you accept the responsibility. I'm a firm believer in accepting responsibility with running my own business. If I make a mistake and I tell you this item is worth $50 and it's worth $200 or something, that's not your problem, that's my problem. So we have to start accepting responsibility for what we do. That includes the government agencies, that includes people in the private sector, that includes adults. Okay, only people that get a pass would probably be children and are people that are mentally incompetent. But as a taxpayer, I'm not paying for mentally incompetent people. And as a taxpayer, I don't pay for children to do jobs in the public sector. So you don't have any excuse if you work for a government agency, at least not for me. So anyway, I want to let you guys know this is a scam. Franchise Tax Board, particularly of California, is lying and bullshitting, and they're trying to get away with this. And we need to hold them accountable, okay? So I'm still wiping down my car, and it's going to look very nice tomorrow, but I want to let you guys know. Contact me if you need bug detectors, GPS trackers, Nanny cameras, listening devices, etc., etc. 888-344-3742. That's 888-344-3742. Okay, look forward to working with you. And you guys have a great day. And as I like to say at the conclusion of every session, share this with a friend, relative, enemy, associate. We don't care who you share it with. Share it with someone. Let's see if we can make the world a safer, more fair, and equitable place. Okay? Thanks. Bye.